Hi, I'm Amanda Hawking, and I'm the author of the My Blood Approved saga, as well as lots of other books. But this week I am talking a lot about My Blood Approves, so I thought I would make a Dreamcast video. Now, I will say that when I originally wrote this series, when I started writing this series, like 12, 13 years ago, I had a different casting and ideas in mind for some of them. So this is my dream cast for 2021, as if this were going to go to film this year. This is who I would pick. Now, as with my Blood Approves and all my books, at this time, none of them have been made into movies or TV shows, and there are no plans immediately for that to happen, but I never rule out the possibility, and I would like it someday if it were to happen. But this is just my dream if it does. For the main character, Alice Bonham, I would pick Haley Steinfeld. I think that she's just really great. She has this kind of like girl next door vibe about her, but she also has a little bit of a rough edge to her. She got like a kind of like a chip on her shoulder, and I think that she could really convey Alice really well. Especially even with all the transitions from Alice, who starts out as kind of a depressed teenager and grows up to be something really kind of powerful. For Alice's brother Milo, I would pick Logan Lerman. And I think, you know, for the younger days when Milo's first starting and stuff, like in the first book, it would be kind of hard. I don't know if we'd have to cast him as like two actors or something like that. But I definitely think that as the series goes on, that Logan Lerman is a really good choice for Milo. I think he could add a lot of fun warmth to him. Milo's one of my favorite characters, and so yeah, just as long as the character who plays him has kind of a sweet face and a nice demeanor, I think that would work. For Alice and Milo's mom, Anna, I would pick Helena Bonham Carter. I think that she could do a really good job. It's a small role, but I think that it's, you know, an important one still. For Leif, I would pick Jake Gyllenhaal. I think that he would be good. He's starting to get a little bit older than I would like, because I think, you know, Leif appears in his 20s, but yeah. I think I just like that Jake Gyllenhaal has such like a puppy dog eyes about him. I think that adds what I'm going for with him. For Ezra, I would love Charlie Hunnam. Again, he's getting a little bit older for like, because Ezra's supposed to be like in his 20s, but I still think that he could do a good job of conveying Ezra's ness. My real dream, like if I could have anyone, I would have wanted Heath Ledger, but obviously that wouldn't work. And so for May, I would pick Carey Mulligan. I think that she's like exactly what I'm looking for, especially like she's been in a lot of stuff, but I think that the way that she plays Daisy in The Great Gatsby is kind of like a really good way to play May. For the main boys, I would pick, for Jack, I would pick Liam Hemsworth. I think it's actually like a really good pick for Jack, because he is kind of this blonde, blue-eyed like surfer, and I think that Liam Hemsworth does a lot of surfing and stuff too. So I think that was kind of like the look I was going for, even though Jack actually was a skateboarder, because there's no oceans in Minnesota. But yeah, so I think it goes together pretty well. For Peter, I would pick Nick Robinson, who is in the Jurassic World and Love, Simon. And I know when I first said this like a few years ago, people were like really like taken aback because they pictured someone kind of older, but that was my point. Is I make a point of saying that Peter looks younger than Jack, but he acts more mature because of their age differences as the vampires and humans and that kind of thing. And so I don't want Peter to look kind of young. He should look 17, 19 years old, you know what I mean, that kind of age. And so I think that Nick Robinson, although again he's getting a bit older, but I still think that he would be a really good casting for Peter. And then for Bobby, who is probably my favorite character, I would picture Daniel Portman, who played Podrick in Game of Thrones. And I think he definitely has Bobby energy for me, so I think he would be really good. Now for some of the other vampires that are in the My Blood Approved saga, for Violet, I would love Cara Delevingne. I think that she would be fantastic. She definitely would be able to give Violet a really good role. For Olivia, who owns the Vampire Club B, I would love Carice Van Houten. I think she would be just fantastic. She would really add a lot to Olivia, who again is I like her a lot. She's one of the good characters in this series. And then for Matilda, I don't know, I don't have any dog actors in mind, but it's just something big and sweet and fluffy would be perfect. She has a Great Pyrenees in the book, so that's obviously what I would like to go with, but yeah. So those are my Dreamcast for the My Blood Approved saga. Let me know what you think, if you disagree, and let me know who you would pick as the Dreamcast, if it's someone different than I would. Yeah, so it's My Blood Approves theme week on all my social medias where I'm doing a lot of different posts about it and giving. So also, this week I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the My Blood Approves theme week. And so from today, July 21st through Sunday, July 25th, I'll be having a giveaway where I'll be giving away a signed copy of the paperback of My Blood Approves. Now, to enter, you'll need to follow me on YouTube and comment below and let me know if you've read the books or if you haven't. I just want to know if you're a longtime fan or a new fan. And also, if you do have casting ideas, if you have read it, I would just love to hear it, but that's not a requirement. So make sure you comment, follow me on YouTube, and you can enter to win, and I will pick one winner at random from YouTube. I'm also having other giveaways on my Instagram and on my Facebook too, so you can check those out and you can enter all 3 giveaways if you want, or you could just enter this one, whichever you prefer.